Hey y'all, this is Zeke with Muddy River Fishing Buddies, and today Skeeter and I got off work early, so we want to do a little catfishing, but we're not going to do it the conventional way with rod and reels. We're going to make some jugs. Some people call them jugs, some people call them noodles, but we're going to use pool noodles and PVC pipe to make some lines that we'll put in the water, and then when the fish bite them, we'll show you how that works a little bit later. But right now we want to make up some of these, and I'm going to show you how, and people have different methods and different ways they do it. This is the way we do it. This is the way that works best for us. So you take a piece of PVC, and this is the thinner PVC, because it don't have to be all that heavy, and you glue a cap on one end, because you're going to make this thing watertight inside so the water can't get in. I've cut these at 2 feet long, put the cap on one end. Now you have a pool noodle that you could get most anywhere in the summertime. They're harder to find when it's not summer, but in the summertime you can get them about anywhere. And what we do is we cut it half as long as what the PVC pipe is, so we're going to cut them a foot long. And I take a fillet knife right here, actually cuts them fairly well. Cut it a foot long. Don't stab yourself with the fillet knife. So now I have four noodles. You take the pool noodle, slide it over the PVC pipe all the way down to the end. Now what we want to do is we want to put a weight in this, and I'm going to put a piece of styrofoam or a piece of the noodle in the bottom. I've cut a piece of rebar. It's about 5 inches long, and whenever you make them you can adjust this. Slide it in there, slide another piece of foam in, and the reason for the foam is because in the other end, the other cap, I put an eye bolt or eye screw, and I drilled a hole and I screwed it in. But as you can see, if you can see, the screw goes all the way through. Now when this thing stands up, when a fish gets on it, it'll stand up, and that piece of rebar slides down to the bottom, which holds it straight up in the water. If that thing keeps hitting that eye bolt, we're afraid, or eye screw, we're afraid to knock it out. So we put the foam in the middle. Some people don't like to do that because whenever that PVC or when that rebar comes down, it makes a real loud sound when it hits the bottom, and then you hear it on the water, and people know they've got a bite or they got a fish on. But we watch them close enough anyway. So you take this end cap. We've already cleaned it with the pipe cleaner. I'm going to clean the end of this pipe with pipe cleaner. And now I've got purple fingers. I've never ever used pipe cleaner without getting it on me, ever in my life. So you let that dry. Take the PVC glue. You glue the lid, and you can go around this, put it on there, turn it a quarter of a turn so everything smooths out and it seals in there good, and hold it for just a couple seconds, and there it is. And you have a pool or a catfishing noodle. Now we'll hook a line on this end with a hook, and when the fish bites it and it pulls it down, the rebar slides down, and that thing stands up in the water. So now I've got this noodle made, and I've got the line on it. We put about 4 or 5 foot of line with a hook on it, and it's tied onto the end of the noodle that we've made, or the end cap. And remember, the rebar is in the pipe. We'll put it in the pool. If you can see this, whenever, imagine this hook being down with bait on it, and the old fish, catfish, grabs that, and when he pulls it, the rebar slides down to the bottom, pool noodle stands up. We're in the boat. Skeeter's all excited. He says, "Look at there, Zeke, we got a fish on, we got to go get him." And so that's what we're getting ready to go do. It's a beautiful day here in North Carolina. We're going to head out to the Muddy River and see if we can't catch some old catfish.